Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to AM News and Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Now the news in full. In a decisive move underscoring Nigeria's leadership in regional security, the Senate has approved President Bola Tinubu's request to deploy Nigerian troops to the Republic of Benin, following last weekend's attempted coup that threatened democratic stability in the country. Defense correspondent Kike Lomo Okere has details.
The approval came after the Senate met in the Committee of the Whole during plenary to deliberate on a letter from the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu seeking legislative consent for the deployment of Nigerian forces as part of a peace support mission in Benin. The request, read on the floor by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, was presented as an urgent call to action in response to rising instability within the West African sub-region. After extensive deliberation, lawmakers unanimously voted in favor of the deployment, granting full constitutional backing to the president to proceed with the mission aimed at restoring order and safeguarding democratic governance in Benin. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, described the decision as a necessary step to protect regional peace, noting that instability in any member state of the Economic Community of West African States poses a direct threat to collective security.
Peace mission and restore order and sanity in that country, thereby saving Nigerians from thousands and thousands of refugees and also saving Nigerian borders from unnecessary criminality and disruption of peace and stability. Those in support of the confirmation of the approval say aye. Those against say nay. The approval is hereby confirmed.
With the Senate approval set to be transmitted to President Tinubu without delay, Nigeria's armed forces are now cleared to join the peace mission, reinforcing the country's commitment to regional stability and its frontline role in safeguarding democracy across West Africa. Kike Lomo Okere, Global Television News.
Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has defected to the ruling All Progressive Congress from the People's Democratic Party. The governor announced his defection at a stakeholders meeting held at the Government House in Port Harcourt. Fubara joined a host of his colleagues who have defected to the All Progressive Congress this year. About 100 school children were adopted and kidnapped sometimes back from a Catholic school in Niger State last month have been handed over to state officials a day after authorities secured their release. The children were driven into the Niger State Government House in buses escorted by security operatives. Zarau Nasir reports.
Dozens of the 315 students and staff abducted from the school in Niger State are still missing, while 50 others escaped shortly after the raid. Niger State Governor Umar Bago received the students alongside traditional and community leaders. A list of the released children indicates that most of those freed are aged between 10 and 17 years. It is unclear who the abductors are or the circumstances surrounding the release of some of students. Zahra Unasir reporting for Global Television News.
In a renewed effort to tackle rising security threats across Nigeria's campuses, the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, that is TED Fund, in partnership with Backers Guide, has convened a two-day national workshop which is aimed at developing a comprehensive security master plan for tertiary institutions. The initiative brings together key stakeholders to chart sustainable measures for safeguarding students and staff. Global Television correspondent brings us that report.
The two-day workshop brought together security experts, university administrators, government representatives, and technology providers to address what organizers describe as an urgent national priority. Chairman, Board of Trustee, TED Fund, Bello Masari, while declaring the workshop open, says Campus security is a shared responsibility.
This banditry will not flourish. Okay, police are not doing their job. Are you doing your job? Military are not doing. Are you doing your job? The people living in those isolated places in forests and things, they feed, they clothe. How do they do it? Without the active connivance of the locality surrounding them?
Executive Secretary of TED Fund, Sonny Echono, says the proposed security master plan will provide a unified framework for surveillance, intelligence sharing, emergency response, and staff training across all tertiary institutions.
If they go to the marketplace and pick 30 people, it will not make enough impact as going to a school to go and pick 5 or 10 students. Because people know that students are usually helpless, they are vulnerable, they represent the hope and aspirations of all of us as a people.
The director of Baka's Guard in his speech says tertiary institutions are citadels of learning. Therefore, students and instructors need a rest of mind.
It's only in the campus